21 years old and I'm about to get my license. Is there any advice you can give me? Welcome. I'm just gonna put some stuff in your head, you mold it over. This video will first be seen on Patreon. The link will be in the bio. You can sub and hit the bell. Now the intro is done. I get questions like, I'm young, I'm just trying to get in the game, trying to learn the game. Any advice for me? This is the advice for you video and some things to think about. We're gonna say you're 21, no kid. Advice? Find the company that pays you a decent wage. Try to get to a company that's at least paying you 40 cents a mile and up, right? Okay? Before you lease, give it 2 years. This is just my advice. You do what you want to do. Give it 2 years of just driving. 2 winters, 2 bad storm seasons, all of that, right? You give it 2 years and you really make sure this is something you're going to be doing. Now, as you're driving with no kid, hopefully no old lady, and you're just driving, your bank account, ask your bank account to set aside $100 a week. Now, your bank account, you got your checking and you got your savings. You can call your bank or go into them and say, listen, I want you to automatically put $100 into my savings account every Friday out of my checking account. Okay? And that's $100 a week. There's 52 weeks in a year. That's $5,200 you're going to be saving a year. Also, you need to be putting $100 into your IRA, which should be through your bank, because in trucking, you keep jumping jobs all the time and you want it to be able to keep going on. You don't want it to keep pulling your IRA out. Another thing too, if you're working for a company and they got an IRA for you, when you leave, you're supposed to be calling and rolling that IRA over to the next place. If not, it'll eat it up in fees and you just lost your money. Tip. So I prefer it to be with your bank account, but think right now, think back to how many jobs you've had and they were taking IRA out and you didn't do nothing, you just left. You can call every single one of them IRA companies and there's some money in there for you. You can get rolled on over to an IRA with your bank that's gonna follow you to every single job you get. Just a giblet. Now you have it set up to where you're pretty much saving $10,400 a year. Okay? At 21. You with a job that's 40 cents a mile, if you get some gusto and run the way you're supposed to run, you can be averaging anywhere between $600 and $1,100 a week. You're not gonna miss that $200. Now we're doing this on the premise that you're smart and you don't have a car note. If you got a car note, you need to get rid of it. You don't have a place to stay because you're just getting in the game. You're spending a month out at a time, hopefully. And when you come into town, you're visiting. You don't live there. You live in the truck. You just don't know it yet. So you're living in the truck. You come through, you see a chick, you go stay with her, get a little shooky wookie, or you get you a hotel, get the chick you like to mess with, come up there, do your thing, you back in the truck. Your truck is your crib. There's no reason for you at 21 with no kid and no wife to have rent. There's no reason for it. It's just wasting money. Average rent note is gonna be $1,000 a month. That's 12 months in a year. That's $12,000, 2 years, that's $24,000. You've all that money I'm telling you to save, you just blew that down the drain in a place you're not at. So if you're coming in this game with an apartment, you need to put that stuff in storage or throw it away. You're in the truck. That's what I feel. So that's number one. You have no rent, you have no car note, you're protecting yourself, you're not having any children, and you're not trying to lock yourself down in a relationship yet because you don't know where your career's gonna take you. Now, if you follow what I've been saying, on your second year, if you just have to go get you a truck, right? You've been saving $100 a week. you should have $10,400 to put down on a truck. I don't suggest you do it right then, but you can. You wait another year, you have $15,000 and some change. You have an incredibly high balance with your savings account and your bank. You're not late on it. You're not late on any payments. So your credit should be doing okay. And you say, well, I want to work on my credit. Go get you a credit card. Go get you a credit card. Make sure that you're not spending over 30% of it, over 20% of it, and keep it in revolving money. Just always keep that 30% range. Let them take it out. You got the money. You don't have many things. Now your credit's being built in some way, and you're saving a lot of money. And then this is the time where you're supposed to be having fun. This is when you meet your trucking buddies in Vegas, and y'all have a ball, and you have money in your pocket, and you're drinking, and you're doing whatever you want. You're doing whatever you want to do. Don't get no one pregnant. Do not get no one pregnant. Do not finance a vehicle. Do not get rent or sign a rent agreement. There is no reason for it. You're gone a month or two at a time, OTR with a mega carrier, 21-year-old in the game with no responsibilities. You have no reason to sign any papers that allot your money away. None. It's just nonsense. So you're saving your money. Now let's say you drive, you're not ready to own a business. You wait till your 30s before you step out there and want to own you a business. And you've been following what I just told you. All right. And let's say if you're one of them dudes that's just good with money and you never touched that savings having you put apart. And you wait until your 30s, you came in at 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's 9 years. 9 years your savings account will say this. $46,000. Now your IRA, your 401k that you've been paying into with your bank is going to say this number too, because you're putting 100 in your IRA as well. But the difference is your IRA has a different interest rate, so it's going to be a higher number than this. Depending on how good the stock market is doing, it could be double this. I don't know what's in the future, but it will be more than what your savings account is saying. You would have already been seeing dividends paying and everything like that. So technically, if we just want to do numbers with no interest, your complete portfolio or what you have in these accounts, you're at $93,000. See? Only if I'd have gotten the truck in at 21 and had this mind state. Now, you hit your 30s. Let's say you waited that long. Most people won't. And you say, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get me a truck. And you start to do the research. And you realize mega carriers are screwing people and all this. I want to go to a dealership and get a truck, cheaper, so my paperwork, my bills per mile will be really low when I'm out here making money. You go where I go, you drop $7,000 of that 40-something thousand, you get you a truck. After all your bills you've been following, you ain't really acquired much stuff, so you looking at right now my per mile, I'm $1.06. That is low. That is low. And my child support and all that's included in it. If you didn't have a kid, yours wouldn't even be that high. There's cats out here at $1.50, $2 a mile in just the responsibilities and cost of being them before they touch a profit. So how much money you make isn't the fact that how much the load is paying. You're killing the next guy because what's being taken out isn't as high. So you're making $1 more than that dude. 50 cents more a mile than that guy. You could be on the load paying the same amount of money. This is what I'm trying to get through to your head, That's what has to resonate. That's the giblets to the new guys. That's the new to trucking, what should I do that I could tell you. This is Trucker Brown. I'm just trying to explain it to you. This is my opinion. You don't have to listen to it. You can think I'm wrong, you know? And you could do it any way you want to do it. It is what it is. What are you going to do? That's the advice I would give you. Now, the thing is, 2% of people will do what I just said. Most people do not have the willpower to do it. Right? They don't have the willpower to do it. They just gotta have what they gotta have. They won't have the willpower to use prophylactics in their sexual situation. They'll end up procreating, like I did. Once they procreate, now they just got themselves an 18-year bill that goes up every time you make more money. Plus extras. Most of them are going to want to jump on that car before their 30s. So now they have a $400, $500, $600 car note a month that they don't get to drive. Right? Most of them end up getting a girl wanting to play house. They will want to play house, and then they'll end up putting themselves in the position to where now they're paying rent. Now they got rent, you got the car you wanted, and you got the kid, and you got the girl. Right? You end up putting yourself in this situation. Because, I'm sorry, most people don't have the willpower not to do it. Now, I'm 30-something years old, and I stopped at 1. And I still a mess up for me, but I'm doing better than a lot of guys my age. A lot of guys my age got 3, 4 kids. 3, 4 kids, ex-wife, and an ex. 3, 4 kids, 2 baby mamas, and an ex-wife, and a wife that lives with them now. They are not in the position to do any of the things that people are up here talking about, authorities and leases, and they in that position. They're top heavy. I'm talking to you. You need to not be in that position. You're 21. You don't need no apartment, bro. You don't. You don't need no apartment. There's many ways these little giblets I'm giving you can be built upon. You could be investing this money during this 10 years and flipping this number way higher. We could be investing this money with somebody. You could be, you could get your money and credit right, and you could go get the land before anything if you wanted to. I don't know if that would help your situation, but you could. Right? There's many things. You could invest in other businesses or something that you know with somebody. You could be into the messing with currency and stuff that Dean and them be talking about. Trading currency and all that, something FedEx or some crap, whatever that's called. You be doing that. So many things you can be doing than shooting girls' clubs up, getting them pregnant, and acquiring bills that don't pay you back. The fact that you ran into this video, you're gonna make a few better decisions, but you could not listen to this video and taste the reality of what's going on. And that taste is not good. And it takes years to get out of messing up. I messed my license up at 18. I couldn't get in the truck until 26. 19, 20, 21, 22. Well, you know what? Let's go from 21 because you can't technically drive OTR till 21. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. It deducted me 5 years for playing around with a car, getting tickets and not paying the tickets. Being young. In that time, I had a kid. A lot of it is the misdirection. It's the misdirection and not understanding. Right now, you're living off of your hormones. You're living off of these perpetual, these hard-ons you have every day, and doing things that you want to do and wanting to just have fun and not shaking the I want to have fun thing off early enough. You understand? That's what I'm trying to hip you to. So if I ask you for something, if you asking for advice, I'm giving it to you. Keep your Peter to yourself unless it's protected. Set up your savings, 100 a week. 100 go to that 401k, 100 goes to your personal savings account. Have it allotted automatically through your bank, and leave it alone. Leave it alone. Live your life, have fun. You gonna spend money, but don't sign nothing that's gonna take away monthly payments from you that young. I know you think you're ready, but you ain't. You ain't ready for it. You're not ready for it. I suggest you figure out what mentor you can get and pick a mentor that's in the position that you want to be in and actually listen. Listen. That's my advice to you. There's no reason to inbox me because that's all I can tell you. This video will first be seen on Patreon. The link will be in the bio. My Instagram is @TruckerBrown. I suggest you subscribe, and I suggest you hit the bell. I'm not really involved in all the satire and the back and forth and the BS drama of YouTube. I don't really put that on my YouTube. On here, we gonna teach you things that aren't just about shifting, and we're gonna talk about things that aren't just about shifting. And I'm gonna do interviews with people that can tell you things that aren't just about shifting. You found a unique channel. I suggest you sub to it and take in some of these giblets. Diddly business. I'm Outie 5 Dotty. Sub now.